Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40.
Hey, 280. We got 25's the mic. Let's go. Shift. Watch the shift. 14. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They go play action now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain that time for the Chargers. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Touchdown! Josh Palmer from 19 yards away. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kene Nwangu, 94 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, let's go double count right here, double count. Watch the twist.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Kill.
On the give, this is Eckler, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
15's the mic. 15's the mic.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Hopkins' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kene Nwangu with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The handoff, it's Eckler. Gets around him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. Here we go. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They go play action with Wilson.
I'm coming after you.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
We got 3, fella. We got 3.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 now. 1 left.
Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Tuck 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. And watch that. Hey, what? 14. Hey, alert three. Slam.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. That catch good for only a couple. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. Why? Get wide. Check 3. Left for signals. Check 99. Well. Be good.
Throwing is Wilson.
Under 10.
Flush to his right.
Check. Undercrush.
Touchdown, Chargers. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Mike, 15. Here we go. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 15. Run left. Please, double. Watch twist.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Single. Alert.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw again is Wilson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the give is Nwangu. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 124 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Half 85, half 85. Shift.
On play action, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenneth Murray. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Flushed out right. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. Touchdown, Bills! Gabriel Davis, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 3 down. Friday.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
3 down, 3 down. Alert. Good, 4 down. Gun. Eyes up. Good job right there.
Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Watch 15. 25. Let's get this. One left. Mike, 15. Hey, watch the slant. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey.
On first down, Wilson. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
I'm going to run you over.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Allen on third. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The kick by Bass is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? On the ball.
Now it's Wilson.
Mike 15.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I got tripped this side. We got three. 15's the mic.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the option, here's Eckler. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there for L.A. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game 24-24. Justin Hopkins sets the kickoff.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. On 2nd and 7, Allen flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Get in the weight room. 46, boys, 46. 46.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Tight ends on the ring go. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's got it to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Pick it up. Check 26, check 26. One left, one left. Good job right there, good job right there. Check, check, check. Kill, check, check. Kill.
Wilson.
Check the backer.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
14. Shift.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Alert! Half.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen buying time to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
On play action, Allen.
Just like that, just like that.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kenneth Murray, his second sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3, but I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On second down, Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down, Chargers.
Mike 15. Mike 15. I got him. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Mike's 15.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
You don't want to see me. Listen. You don't want it. Back. Hey, zero. Whip.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches. It's Eckler again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the night, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score, Chargers 38. Bills.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McKenzie returning it. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because
he's got it at the 15. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nwangu. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Check the outs. Hey, Mike, 20.
Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers come